Welcome back to Rich Bish Era. I have got one of my besties on who I love having on, and we have the best conversations. Jess Masion. I know you say Masion. I always say it in a French accent whenever I talk to people. They're like, who are you talking about? But we have the best conversations. And Jess has been on the podcast a couple of times before, and we always talk about, business, life, everything in between, really. And Jess and I catch up, every couple of weeks. In summer, we go to the Lookout near where we live, and have these beautiful big life and friendship chats. In winter, we go to an infrared sauna and do the same. And oftentimes we talk about these topics, and I'm like, oh my God, that's it. That is the topic for the podcast. And she's always in her Rich Bitch era. She's always open to a really growth-minded conversation. And what we were talking about recently was this this era that I feel like I have been in my whole life, but maybe sometimes suppressed or shamed or not prioritized, which is that like fun, flirty, pleasurable, like that era that is so magnetic. And I wanted to talk about it today, and Jess is the perfect person to sort of, talk about it and almost, interview back forth ping pong style on this topic, because we've both been in this season together and we've had like some really fun nights out, and really it is that thing that, especially as mums, for anyone listening that has children, like we do think, oh, well, our party days are over, our fun days are over. And actually, I'm here to be a little controversial and like really challenge you on that and really allow you, and I guess invite you to lean into what fun are you really seeking? What are you actually, what lights you up? And let's have a conversation around all the different edgy parts of fun and pleasure and what really turns you on in your life. So thank you for being here, Jess.
Oh my God, yes. Like, do you want to just dive straight in?
Yeah, 100%. Let's do it.
Like, okay, we're just going to go through the questions and then I'm sure we'll like segue and go sideways out of it.
Yeah.
So, you've been saying that like you embody fun and you speak about fun in your content. But what was the moment you realized that fun is the strategy?
Okay. So when I was in high school, I will never forget there was one very studious person. I want to name her name, but I'm not going to. But when you're like, that person from high school, like, let's just call her Karen, right? Karen's mum, it's not Karen, but Karen's mum, I'll never forget, said, and it somehow got back to me. She didn't say it directly to me, but it somehow got back to me. And she was like, Jess is such a party animal. I don't think she's going to do that well in year 12, like in my HSC. And I remember her saying that and thinking, you have no idea. Like, you don't see the behind the scenes and you don't see how hard I work
Oh.
behind the scenes. And I was a party girl. I was partying all the time. As soon as I turned 18, I was out. As soon as I turned 17, I got my license. Like, I had a lot of fun in my teenage years. And also, I worked really fucking hard. And actually, there was times where my mum would say to me, like, she's like, get out of the house. Like, you're getting too stressed and too, like, you know, like in it. Like, you just need to, like, go and see your friends or something. And not that she was condoning partying. She was actually quite strict, but she was just like, she knew when I needed to get out of the house. And if I look back at that period of time, like when I was a teenager, and the actually the balance that I had, which really now only I see in retrospect and in hindsight, I had a really good balance of like knowing when it was too much and when I needed to go and blow off some steam and have some fun. And then the same in uni as well. And like from, Karen's mum, if she's listening, I ended up getting just shy of 97 in my HSC and getting into a really competitive, like difficult course to get into at one of the best unis in Sydney. And I had so much fucking fun in year 12. Like, I had so much fun. I partied, yep, and I really studied hard as well. And so that balance, you can have both. I also did the same in uni. I worked hard. I actually had to have three jobs, going through uni, because I moved from the country to the city and I had to support myself through. But I also had a lot of fun. And, I guess the main thing is you need to find what that balance is for you and what feels really fun and what allows you to thrive, because what allows me to thrive may not be what allows you to thrive. But the key thing is what fun is for you and ensuring that it is still a priority, because women, particularly, especially when we are very driven, we can so easily get into our masculine energy and into this energy of like hustle, 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 go, 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 and forget to prioritize the very thing that makes us so magnetic and powerful, which is our joy, our fun, our pleasure, our, magnetic energy around happiness. And when you see this in women, when they walk into a room and they're really happy, joyful, fun, don't give a fuck about what other people think, like that is magnetic. And that's, I guess, what, because it's been misunderstood, I'll say, like in myself over the years, it's been really misunderstood or judged. I have sometimes judged or shamed it in myself. And I guess recently, the older you get, the less shits you give, like the older I get, the more kids I have. I'm done with kids now, but like, I guess you just like care less about what people think. And because my youngest is now 2 and I've got a lot more freedom and I've been going out and having fun, and, Jess, like you and I are such a dynamic duo together. Watch out, world, when we're out. Like I have been having so much more fun, and upon reflection, like I was thinking about this yesterday, it really does go back to those early, like even my teenage years, where I knew that that was the formula for me, but I was kind of judged or, yeah, like misunderstood on that balance.
Yeah. So do you feel like the world shames ambitious women for having fun? It's like you should be studying more, you should be working more.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, definitely. I think it's very misunderstood. And the conversation that you and I had around, going out, having fun, like having a dance with your girlfriends, like the night that you and I had recently, I want to actually bring this up now. So Jess's 30th, we went out, we went to Pelicano, we had dinner, we were like literally sitting there laughing our faces off for hours, having the funnest time, then just like danced until the club shut at like 3 a.m. And I can't tell you what that did for my soul. Like, I cannot tell you how liberating it was to have a night like that with really good women who were just so much fun and like good crowd, good atmosphere, like all of the things, and how much it reminded me that we shame these things because of what other people think and other people's judgments. And, you know, even talking about alcohol, like you and I were talking about this the other day around how the spiritual community and the business community, often it's like all or nothing, right? And I'm absolutely not saying that you should use alcohol as an outlet when you really need to, look at your life and your problems. But at the same time, we went out, had a couple of drinks. We weren't wasted. Like we enjoyed ourselves and had a few drinks. I think I had one wine over 5 hours over dinner. Like literally, we were sitting at that table the whole time. I had one wine. And I was fine the next day. I wasn't hungover, but I was tired because we stayed out till, 3 a.m. when the club shut. But my point is like, I think sometimes in these conversations, it's all or nothing. All or nothing, right? It's like you go out and get wasted and you're like a party girl that like drinks lots, or you can't drink at all because you don't believe in it. And like there's shame around that. And it's like, I guess I've never seen a conversation ever where it's been in the middle and it's like you can have a few and enjoy yourself and respect when people choose not to, because we also were out with 2 or 3 of the women we were out with don't drink at all. Like they
I think it was
just
just
do
you
not.
and you having a glass over dinner.
Yeah. And I love that for them. Like I really, really respect that they don't and they don't need it and they're so much fun. And also at the same time, they are not the people that ever judge anyone that's drinking either. Like they have a really good mindset around it.
Yeah.
But I've just never really heard the conversation around it's okay to like let your hair down and enjoy a bubbles, enjoy
Yeah.
a wine, enjoy a rosé. Like heaven forbid you have a few wines and still be a really conscious business owner that's like making waves and creating huge impact in the world.
Yeah, no, you're so onto it. You're so onto it. And because I feel like like when we were talking about this, I was like, this is so it because that was so me. I went from like hardcore party, like too much, but so much fun. Melbourne life was really fun. To like, I think I was fully sober for 4 years, like didn't have a sip. And then now I can be like, oh, I actually kind of miss having a drink and having a dance. And I've remembered that fun part of it. And like we've
Yeah.
had Like, you're right, that night literally healed my soul. Like, I've told everyone it was so much fun. And like to not you don't need to be drink. Like, I think you made a really good point of like those women that are not drinking. We can also not if we don't want to, but we did want to. It's like, actually, what do you want to do right now? There's no pressure or judgment or anything. Like, it's not that deep.
Yeah. 100%. It's so funny. That night was just like, it was so iconic. So much happened that, like, we don't need to share everything, but my gosh, it was such a good night that the next week, like, so that was on the Saturday we went out for Jess's birthday. And then on the Monday or something, like, or Tuesday even, I was at the gym and my trainer, like, we have a PT every morning, and my trainer was like, "Oh, how was your weekend?" Or actually, no, didn't even ask about my weekend. It said something like, "How have you been?" or something. And I was like, let me tell you about my Saturday night. Sit down. Like I was literally telling everyone, like, I was like, oh my God, it was so much fun. And, and then this happened and then this happened, and like telling the whole story of like, it was just so fun. And I feel like sometimes something like that needs to happen to bring you back to what really lights you up, what makes you feel so alive, have so much fun, like that magnetic energy that all women have. All women have it. If you're listening to this and you're like, oh, that wouldn't do it for me, like find what does, because we all do have that. It's just that we don't prioritize actually scheduling time for fun and scheduling time to let loose, let your hair out. Maybe that's a dance party at home. Like it doesn't have to be, if it's unrealistic for you to go out, if you've got young kids or whatever, like figure out what it is. And also, I do think that sometimes people don't schedule the time in because they're not comfortable asking for support or receiving support. And so that's another big thing. I mean, I've got 3 young kids, like Jesus, it's not like it's easy for me to go out, but I ask for it and I receive it with
Yeah.
open arms.
So, like, literally, there's two things. Firstly, because you've done so much energy work before we touch onto the kids things, because that's a whole big thing. Like, you've done so much energy work. How does it feel in your body when you had that big night out and you had that fun? Let's not call it a big night out. When you had that, like, just like fun girl night out
Yeah.
compared to like all the energy and magnetic work that you would have done in the past. Like, what did that feel like?
Yeah. So I feel like there's two things here. There's like the conceptual energy work, and then there's the practical. And it's like you can know things. You can have the knowledge around, like, yep, I know. Like maybe you've read Pussy, Untamed, like all of these feminine empowerment books. There's plenty of them. And you can conceptually know that a woman in her pleasure, in her joy, in her fun is like magnetic as fuck, right? Like you can conceptually know that. It is another thing, the practical living of that, which we call embodiment, right? The embodiment of that is a completely different thing. And I know a lot of people coach these things, but are they living it, right? And I mean, I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with the word embodiment because I see people use it a lot of the time, and knowing like, and then in their actual life are not living that. So let's just call it like the practical and the conceptual. So the practical element of like, if you really truly knew that that's what makes you magnetic, would you not prioritize fun? Would you not actually like go out of your way to make sure that you are living a life that brings in fun and joy and pleasure all of the time, because you are a better person for it. You're a better leader, you're a better mum, you're a better wife, you're a better partner, you're a better friend, you're a better sister, daughter, all of the things when you are happy and you have a regulated nervous system. So I don't think it's a new concept. I think it's what it is actually committing to living your life that way instead of it just being a concept that you know of, actually being a woman of your word and actually living it.
That was a good drop. Like, it's making it a way of living. Because what I was thinking is like all those ambitious women, I'm gonna also ambitious mums, because like let's be real, they are insanely more busy than the single girl is. They're like, I don't have time. Like, how do I have time to do that? Like, I'm so busy. Like, that is very real. And I've also, like, I don't have kids, but I have been so deep in building a course and so deep in building something where I've literally canceled. I had like my week of seeing my friends in the morning and I canceled every single one because I was like, I've got to finish building this course. And it burnt me out. Like, I got burnt out. It was a flop. I lost friendships. You know what I mean? It wasn't cute. So, like, I don't know, how in practice do you do that? And do you say that to someone that does have 3 kids and that is busy and is building courses? Like, I feel like you're a great person to speak on that because you're
Yeah.
literally doing it.
Yes. So it doesn't always have to be a night out. It could be, I did a reel the other day of like a dance party with my 3 kids. That wasn't like we do that all the time. We are just like putting on music, dancing, the kids love it, like having fun, like putting on music, even it's the easiest thing that just really lights you up. Maybe that's back from your clubbing days. Maybe it's Avicii. Maybe it's like some dirty hip hop. Maybe it's like Mariah Carey, whatever it is. Like the music is so powerful in bringing out who you actually are and remembering who you are as well. So there's that. There's, like going to the sauna, going to the gym. I go to the beach often by myself and go for a swim without kids before I pick my kids up and make sure that I have time for that. So, I'll get my work done during the day and then I'll go an hour before I pick the kids up, go to the beach, go for a swim, and then pick them up. Like it's little things like that that you have to be organized and prioritize, especially with running, businesses and kids and a household and family. Like again, it comes down to really prioritizing and making sure you're making the time for it because you are in control of your calendar and you're in control of your priorities. So there are a few things that I do. I also, like Jess, you and I, like we make time for each other. I cannot tell you, like, the therapy I get when we catch up. Like the other day, going to the lookout, I was pretty stressed that day. I had a lot on my plate. Like this is the busiest week of my year in the lead up to gala. I just have so much going on. But I knew in my soul I needed to see you because every time we see each other, we have the best conversations. We are like literally like fall to the ground laughing. Like that level of laughter is the most incredible therapy for the soul if you don't allow time for that. Like I got home and my nervous system was just like it was like a calm ocean, like, and so every time I prioritize fun, and this is what I do on the daily, with my kids, with music, with even if it's just like getting in the car to pick up the kids and playing a banger, like I am that mum that you drive past and you're like, what the fuck? Like she is like, should not be behind the wheel. I'm safe, but I'm always dancing and I'm always singing and all of the things because that's what makes me happy and that's what makes me have like a really regulated nervous system when I pick my kids up, when I go to do the things. Like my capacity is so much greater than what it used to be because I just choose to have fun doing it. And also I crack jokes and like I just try and keep it quite like fun and light, like because yeah, we're all busy. Like no one's not busy, but also you can enjoy the ride at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. So what do you feel like they need to hear? If you were to say one thing to them,
Mm.
ambitious women, what do they need to hear?
Yeah. You can still be productive and have fun. What used to like the moments where I've gotten way too serious and in my like do masculine energy has been when I have been like, you know what? I just need to get shit done. I don't have time for fun. And then the times that I remember that fun is productive and fun actually means that you can do less and have a greater result. So literally it's like a compounding effect. If you do, I'll give you an example. If you do content and you're having so much fun and you're like in your zone of genius and like just enjoying life in your pleasure, like on a roll, like just really in flow, do you think that that content is going to land better with your audience or the content that you force out because you're trying to be productive and get 5 reels done in a day? Of course, the content, right? That's like come from such a deep place of joy, like, oh my God, I need to share this message, all of those things. That is what's going to be more magnetic. So what ambitious driven women need to hear is actually joy is part of the strategy. Fun is part of the strategy. If you don't have that, it's not going to land. Like it's not going to be as powerful as if you really prioritize it and make it part of the strategy. And actually, one of the women that just came, actually all four of them, but particularly one of the women that just came to the retreat that I held in the Whit Sundays, she had a moment and she said to me, like, I actually forgot that I was allowed to have this much fun. And it broke my heart a little bit and also was really powerful because I was like, yeah, like you do get to have this much fun. I hosted a 4-day retreat and yes, we did the work. We did the deep inner work. We did the mindset work. We did the strategy work. We went deep on ads and like getting to their income goals with like smashing out like really successful strategy with ads. And also, we had an entire day of so much fun out on a boat, snorkeling, going for hikes, like dancing on the boat, having a few wines in the evening, like on the boat as well. Like we just had such an incredible day of fun. And it was so healing for all four women. I mean, five, including myself, because they're so ambitious, they're so driven. They are like four of the top, top distributors in my whole downline, and they got to experience that you get to have fun as part of your strategy, and it's actually so integral to performing at your optimal and being your highest self as well. Is like bringing out that fun, flirtatious as well, like fun, loving, light and airy side of you. Like it's so powerful and it's
Yeah.
productive. If you need to hear that, it is productive.
Yeah, and like what you're saying, productive in the sense, like I know that your biggest months or biggest abundance has come in those moments when you're having fun,
Yeah.
right? Like share more on that because like I feel like you're saying, like, yeah, it's like yes, it's productive, and the productivity leads to outcome that you want.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep, totally. So yeah, my biggest month earlier this year, which was huge, like a six-figure month, was off the back of bonuses and rank advancements and all of the things that I did when I was having so much fun and not forcing it. So there's two things actually. One is when I forced it because of a time frame, it's never happened. Like when I have been like, it has to happen by this date, or I've been really masculine and really stressed about something, it's actually not happened. When I've just trusted that, and this does actually come back to like having a really good, solid masculine strategy. When I've trusted that I am doing everything I can for this goal and everything that I have in place. There's nothing more I can be doing. Like I trust that what I'm doing is enough, and that is 50% of the equation, and the other 50% is God, the universe, the energetics, like the actual like non-tangible side of it, and also like your own energy, your mindset, your like, what we think about becomes our beliefs. And if you're thinking, oh, it's not enough, oh, like, why do I bother posting? Why do I bother putting ads out? They're not going to come off anyway. Like, then of course they're not going to. So if you really trust yourself that you're doing enough, and you trust and the strategy, and you trust that the other part of the equation is the non-tangible, the, whatever you believe in, whether it's God, Abraham Hicks, whatever, like, law of attraction, it's that energetic side of things, then that's really the like success formula. There is like the two things together, and trusting that it's enough. It's enough, and you can still have fun and you can enjoy the ride as well. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love the way that you said that. And you know what, when I think about it, every single very successful person I look up to, like Stephen Bartlett, all of those big names, all said a similar thing. It's like it's just like faith mixed with like solid masculine
Yes.
tangible work. Like that is the perfect sum for success. And like I'm a happy life because like I love like genuinely when I look at you, I'm like you're living like I've said this to you so much, like you live what you preach. Like what
Mm.
you see online is actually what you are. Like do you know what I mean? And that's
Oh,
so rare for what
yeah.
people flaunt and share online, but it's like you actually do embody this like fun life. And like sharing from me knowing personally, you do on Tuesday nights make time for friendships and are free on a Saturday night to go out, and like your amazing partner will look after the kids and like allow you that space. Like, oh my gosh, actually, I remember the first time that happened when you were like, oh, he'll look after the kids. I was like, wow, hold up. A man would do that for you? It's like, what the hell? Like, and I was like, is he going to be mad? Like, I remember the first time I was like, is he going to be okay with that? And now obviously I realize like that's his way of loving and
Yeah.
supporting you. And I just think that's like the perfect example of the life that you've created to support that, whether it's a husband or family or a friend, to like allow yourself to be supported in that way is hot.
Yeah, actually, I mean, let's talk about that and kids, because we don't go tit for tat. Like, no one's keeping scores in our house. Like, Vic's not like, oh, you had a night out, so now I'm owed a night out. I don't say that to him. Like, he has his own friends. Like, I encourage it. I'm like, babe, you need to see your friends more. Like, they're such good guys. He has these like beautiful friendships that he's had for, decades. And I try and encourage that, like, and encourage him to see them more. And I think yeah, that is a sign of a really healthy relationship when no one's keeping score. No one's like, oh, like, oh, they went out two nights in a 2 week period, and so now I need to go out two nights in a 2 week period. It's like you just support one another. And I think people think that your life ends when you have kids. It's like, are you serious? I always remember when I was pregnant with my first son, who's now 8. I was pregnant with him. We lived in the city. We were, like I was 26 or 27, 26, I think. And I was working in PR, had like a corporate lifey, and like going out with the girls was a pretty like normal thing for me. And I remember thinking, I am not changing. Like I still want to travel, I still want to go out, I still want to have fun, regardless of having a child. And I knew I wasn't putting my head in the sand. I knew that things would change. Obviously, you have a child and they're your world when you do. And also at the same time, I knew that I needed that for me, and that is what keeps me balanced and happy, is still having a really like active social life. And so I have done that. Like, and my husband knows that as well. Like, he knows I'm happier when I do have a social life, when I do go out, when I do, like see my friends, all of that. So yeah, like I don't think it does change, of course. It's you do that much far less. But if you allow yourself to actually ask for support, receive support. If you don't have family support, paying for support. Like I've had to do that many, many, many times, like get a babysitter or outsource, like get people in to support with my kids. I am a better mum. I'm a better wife. I'm a better friend. I'm a better person when I'm happy and I have a social life, right? So it again, like it does, like you have to ask for it. You have to make it happen. And it's so important that you do, because like mums that forget joy and pleasure and fun are not happy mums. Like and then, there is a flow on effect of that as well. And I think oftentimes we blame it on our kids when really they can't organize a night out for you. They can't organize that you go and have coffee with your bestie. They can't organize that you go away for one night. Heaven forbid you go away for one night and have fun and laugh until you're crying with your friends. Imagine what that would do for your energy and your happiness if you actually just made that happen. They can't
Mm.
organize that for you. That's your responsibility. And so I think sometimes, well, I know this because I see this. Like sometimes women blame it on kids, partners, they don't have family support, all of these things. But actually, if you prioritized you and you didn't feel so guilty about putting yourself first, you'd just make it happen.
That was good. That was good.
I mean, I just went away for 4 days, right? To the Whitsundays. And my husband was like, actually had a really busy week of work. My in-laws, who often help out so much, they're amazing. They weren't available. So I had three separate kids to try and figure out for 4 days where they were going to be, like from like, 3 o'clock every single day. And I wasn't there. And my husband wasn't really available. So I know you can make it work, and you can lean on your village. And if you don't have a village, build a fucking village. Like, I didn't grow up in Sydney, and I have just formed relationships, and, I support their kids. I have them over for play dates. They have my kids over for play dates. Like, again, like no one's counting or like crossing off like, oh, Jess had the kids over, so I got to have the kids over, or vice versa. We just support one another. So when I need it, like, I don't feel any guilt like reaching out and asking for support. And I think that is a really big thing with mums, is they're like, I don't have a village, I don't have family support, or I don't want to be a burden. It's like, fuck all that off. Like, you can ask for whatever you want if you're willing to receive. It comes back to being willing to receive and feeling worthy enough to receive. You get to receive. You get to receive support, and you get to receive it, not thinking that you owe it back necessarily, knowing that the law of reciprocity, like I'm sure you will give it back and everyone will feel great about it. But that's not the purpose here. Like the purpose is not like being like, oh, I hope they don't think that I'm just using them and all of that. Like if you're a good person, of course you're just going to over years of being friends, which is what I think about like with my mum friends, and some of them helped last week. Like over years of being friends, I want to be that person they call up because they know that they can rely on me to look after their kids or to pick up their kids or to have them overnight or something, like if they're stuck, because I feel like I could do that with them as well. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's so important.
This is something that is not on the list of questions, but you made such a good point of, and something else that I see in you, and you just mentioned is that like you're willing to go and support others,
Mm,
and that allows you to go and be able to receive because you've already abundantly given. So it's like,
yeah.
of course, I'm ready to receive back. And I think this is a weird thing in like the current world where everyone has gotten so selfish. And so maybe
Mm,
that's what, like, I don't know, love your take on that, if that's where the guilt comes from, because you're like, I have no guilt asking for support. But also, next to that, you are one of the most generous people that I know.
yeah, that's a really good point. I mean, I love being generous. Like I just love it. I love giving. I love helping other people. I love going out of my way to do that. And like honestly, there's a part of me that's like, isn't everyone like that? I actually genuinely do think that most people do love giving. And so I love giving to other people. I love helping other people. If someone was like, can you pick up the kids or something? I would love to help them and do that, right? And so I don't want to take that away because I know what that feels like. I know how good it feels to give and to help other people. So if someone offered that to me, I wouldn't want to take away from that feeling for them as well. Like if they actually are happy to do it and I can tell in their energy that they really want to help, like I really appreciate that. And I guess it does take a little bit of training to like not feel like a burden or not feel like you're asking too much and stuff, because oftentimes women do. But it's like a muscle that you need to build. The more you ask and receive support, the easier it gets. And also just knowing and trusting that what you give out always comes back, not doing it for that purpose either, but just knowing that, like, if you're a generous person, if you're a good person, of course, people are going to want to help you back as well, and it just feels good. It feels so good to do that, right? Like, it's why when people have babies, like, I mean, my husband said to me the other day, he's like, you need to calm down with your giving. Because we went through, he does my books for my businesses, and I have actually, yeah, gifted a little bit maybe beyond my means in the last couple of months. But it's because when someone goes out of their way to help me, or even like has a baby or anything like that, I really love sending them something. I love, like, that's what back in the day, like on my vision board, was I just wanted to be able to do that. Like I wanted to be able to be that person that just could like send, $250 worth of food to someone in postpartum, because I know how much that means to someone. Like I've had 3 kids. I know that food is everything. Like, don't send me clothes. Don't send me baby clothes or cute whatever things for the babies, like send me food, right? And so those things, like when you know how much it means because you've received it, of course you're going to want to give it. So only good can come from circulating that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's such a healthy mindset to have. Like honestly, this has been an elite conversation. I feel like if everyone just does or takes a little bit of everything that you've said today, yeah. Is there
Yeah.
anything else that you want to touch on? I think the only thing that we didn't really was like this is like the identity death that happens as maybe you become a mother. I'm just so interested in hearing your perspective on this. But I've seen so many like viral reels go around right now where the women are like sharing the opposite of your experience, but they're
Mm.
like, oh my God, I've had a kid, I've lost who I am, I've lost my fun spark, I'm so busy, I don't have time. And like that's kind of going viral right now. And I'm like, you're living the complete opposite of that. I just want to know like if you think there's an identity shift death that happens and like how you can reborn that or I don't know.
Mm. Yeah, I love this. I feel like you need to send me some of these reels because I haven't seen them. And I am like so the opposite of that, knowing that you can have so much fun and so much success and build so much as a mum. Like you don't need to, that doesn't need to stop when you become a mum. In fact, if anything, as I said, like you kind of care less, like you have way less of a like bank of giving fucks really, like when you become a mum, because you don't have the time, you don't have the energy, you don't have the mental capacity to just care as much about what other people think. And also it is a decision, it is absolutely a choice as to whether you decide to say no to fun and to not have that as part of your life when you become a mum. And like I said before, made that decision, and now I'm 3 kids in and still having a lot of fun because I made the decision that it was one of the priorities for me to still do that. And it doesn't need to be, again, like it needs to be whatever fun is for you, whatever that looks like for you. But it makes me really sad to think that there are women out there that think their life needs to end instead of like the way that I saw it is like my life has never been more fulfilling and never been more fun and never been more full of joy than since having kids and since actually being able to, and I don't want to say a balance because it's freaking never a balance. It's like you're juggling all of these balls and it's more of a blend of everything. But you can blend fun into that and your life doesn't need to stop unless you choose for it to, and you choose to actually not have boundaries around family time and business and also fun, because it is a choice to prioritize having that in your life.
I love that. I think that's like be disciplined like take ownership of the boundaries and responsibilities you have of prioritizing what you need to prioritize. At the end of
Yep.
the day, you prioritize cooking, you prioritize eating, like you should
Yeah.
prioritize things that make you healthy. And also, just gonna say, like having more fun and hotter than ever, like as a for you, like for real. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the other day, like you look like hot as fit, radiant, 3 kids deep. You know what I mean? Like it's just
Yeah.
like it's
It's
all
the fun.
yeah,
Yep.
it's
It's the
fun.
best workout ever. Hotter, richer, sexier, funner. That's the
Auto
that's
because
the
it's the fun. That's
2026
the
tagline.
motto of the episode.
Love it.
Oh,
Thank you so much, love.
that's okay.
I love that also Jess is in my house right now interviewing me and I'm in the podcast studio. So
Okay.
good. So, thank you so much, Jess. I'm going to drop your Instagram because you've been dishing out so much amazing content lately too. And I love you and appreciate you so much.